She will feel this breakup 10 times harder when you do this. Stoicism. Stoic love. Welcome to the noble man, where love meets wisdom. Let me ask you something. How are you truly holding up right now? I know it hurts. She walked away, and there you are, staring into the empty space where love used to reside. Your chest is heavy, your thoughts are louder than ever, and your heart is caught in a storm between anger and aching. You didn't see this coming. Maybe you gave it all, your loyalty, your presence, your truth, yet none of that stopped her from walking away. And now you're left with echoes of questions. What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? Will she regret this someday? But what if I told you that this pain, it isn't here to destroy you, it's here to forge you into something greater. Most men would crumble in your shoes. They'd beg, chase, and lose themselves trying to hold on to someone who's already gone. But not you, not anymore. You're about to walk a new path, the Stoic path, the path of clarity, strength, and peace, so unshakable that nothing can disturb it. And when you do, she'll feel this breakup 10 times harder than you ever could. This is where your transformation begins, my friend. Embrace the fire. It will forge you into a man of power and resolve. Ready? Let's step forward, together. Number 1. Turn heartbreak into strength. Right now, you might feel like your world is in pieces. The weight on your chest is unbearable, and no matter how hard you try to shake it off, it stays. The memories of her, the unanswered questions, the constant what-ifs replaying in your mind, they're all there, day in and day out. You lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering if she's even thinking about you, if she truly ever cared, and if you'll ever feel whole again. Here's the truth that many men avoid. This pain you're feeling. It's not meant to break you, it's meant to build you. Pain is just raw, untamed energy, an energy that, when harnessed, can turn into power. But here's the catch. Most men try to escape it. They numb it with alcohol, chase fleeting distractions, scroll endlessly through social media, or laugh at things they don't even find funny. They pretend they're fine, when deep down, they're falling apart. A Stoic man, however, does not run from his pain. He faces it. He stands in the fire not because he enjoys the heat, but because he knows that is where strength is forged. Imagine a blade being shaped in the blacksmith's forge. It doesn't become sharp and unbreakable by staying comfortable. It needs the pressure. It needs the heat. It needs to be beaten into shape. That's what this heartbreak is doing to you. This pain is your furnace. It's a test, one that will shape you into something far stronger than you were before. But it's up to you what happens next. What will you do with this energy? Will you waste it, or will you use it to build the man you've always wanted to be? Every time you feel the urge to reach out to her, to check her profile, or send that one last text hoping for a response, drop down and do 50 push-ups. Redirect that energy. Instead of succumbing to the impulse to fix what's already broken, channel it into improving yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally. Every time you miss her, every time your chest tightens with the memory of her laugh, her touch, her presence, add another hour to your grind. Dive deeper into your work. Get stronger, sharper, more focused. Let her watch from a distance as the man she left behind transforms into someone unrecognizable. A man who doesn't need her to feel whole. Let her expectations of you stay in the past while you rise from the ashes, stronger than ever. Pain doesn't define you. What defines you is how you rise through it. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every struggle is an opportunity to create a new version of yourself, one that is better, stronger, and more resilient than before. Remember, no obstacle is too great when you choose to stand tall in the face of it. If you're ready to turn your pain into power, comment below. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Call to action. Now, I want to hear from you. How do you channel your pain and turn it into strength? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Number 2. Silence that makes her wonder. You've felt the sting. You've stood in the heat of the fire, and now It's time to take the next step, disappear. But not out of bitterness, and certainly not to play childish mind games. No, you disappear because you are shifting the energy. You are reclaiming your power, your presence, your peace. Now, most men think no contact is simply about being silent. They treat it like a pause, an opportunity for her to miss them, while secretly lurking in the background, liking her posts, checking her stories, waiting for her to notice. But that's not true detachment. That's still dancing in her orbit. You're not giving her space. You're still circling around her, hoping she'll return your attention. True no contact, however, isn't passive. It's strategic. It's war, a silent war. The battlefield. Her mind. You're not ghosting her to hurt her. You're removing yourself to protect your own peace. And in doing so, you're becoming something she didn't anticipate. A mystery. She thought she had you all figured out. She assumed you'd beg for her attention, that you'd keep reaching out, being the nice guy who sticks around just in case she changes her mind. But when she looks around and sees that you're gone, really gone, that's when the real transformation begins. The human mind despises unfinished stories, and now you've become the one puzzle she can't solve. Where did he go? Why hasn't he reached out? Did I misjudge him? At first, she'll tell herself that you're just giving her space. She might convince herself that you're playing the game, making her miss you. But as the days turn into weeks and she hears nothing from you, that doubt will slowly begin to creep in. And that doubt is where the shift starts. Because here's the truth, people only value what they cannot access. When you were always there, she took you for granted. Your presence was a given. But now that you've disappeared without leaving a trace, you've created a space where she can finally feel the weight of your absence. This is where the real power lies. This isn't revenge, this isn't manipulation, this is clarity. You're not reacting to her, you're not sitting around waiting for her to come back. You are simply choosing yourself. You have become unreachable. Not out of spite, but because you are moving forward, and your life no longer revolves around her. Your value is no longer measured by your availability. You've done the hard work. You've learned how to give her the space to feel what you brought into her life. And now, when she looks for you and finds nothing, you've left her to face the truth. She might have lost someone who's simply too rare to be found again. Comment below, I leave without a trace. Number 3, master your emotions. So now you've vanished. You've stepped out of her world, but remember, this is only half the battle. She's still watching you, but not with her eyes. She's watching through her intuition, feeling your absence and wondering, is he hurting? Is he waiting? Is he spiraling without me? And in her mind, she craves a reaction. She wants anger, sadness, desperation, anything that proves she still has control over your emotions. But here's the game changer. When she gets none of it, when there are no long pleading texts, no emotional outbursts, no passive-aggressive social media posts, or look what you lost moments, it shakes her to the core. Not because you're pretending to be fine, but because you've chosen peace. This is where Stoicism comes into play. It's not about suppression, but about choosing how to act regardless of the storm of emotions inside. The Stoic way teaches you that the power lies not in what you feel, but in what you choose to express. A weak man lashes out, crumbles, or seeks validation from someone who no longer values him. He reacts because he is at the mercy of his emotions. But you, my friend, you've taken a different path. You are not here to prove anything. You are not chasing closure, nor validation, nor some fleeting emotional win. No, you're anchoring your soul. Your peace no longer hinges on her presence. It is yours, unshakable, untouched by anything external. And here's where the true power lies. When she expects a reaction, anger, sadness, desperation, and instead she gets nothing but calm, it throws her off balance. She starts to question everything. Why isn't he upset? Why does he seem so calm? Did I never matter to him at all? The truth is, you don't need to speak to prove anything. Your silence speaks volumes. It's not empty, it's filled with self-respect and inner strength. You don't need her validation or closure. You have your own peace and you stand firm in it. This, my friend, is mastery. You've transitioned from chaos to control, from reaction to response, from pain to power. And this transformation will be the most profound thing she'll ever see, because it's a reflection of your growth, not a reaction to her. In this moment, you've mastered your emotions, and that is something far more powerful than anything else. It's the mark of a man who has learned to control his own mind, his own heart. And here's the truth. When you master yourself, nothing can control you. Comment below, I control my mind. No one else does. Number 4. Reinvent yourself after breakup. You've weathered the emotional storm. The pain of the breakup has cut deep, but you did something she didn't expect. You went silent. You vanished from her world, taking a step back, reclaiming your space. But now, it's time for something even greater than silence. It's time to rebuild yourself. You see, while she may have walked away, she's still holding on to an image of who you were. She believes the man she left behind is still the one you are today, the same guy, stuck in the same habits, the same routines. Let her hold on to that belief. Let her feel secure in it, because what you're about to do will shake her more than any silence ever could. You're not evolving to make her jealous. You're not changing to show off, to post flashy pictures or fake your happiness. This isn't a game. No, you're reinventing yourself because staying the same isn't an option anymore. The version of you that relied on her for validation, for identity, for comfort, that man is gone. You've outgrown him. Now the man standing before you is someone new, someone who has learned to rely on himself. Reinvention isn't loud or desperate. It's quiet, calculated, and powerful. It's about adopting new habits, shifting your mindset, and cultivating new energy. It's stepping into new circles, new environments, and living in spaces she's never seen you in, spaces she may never be allowed to enter again. This is your time to become a version of yourself she never imagined, and one she can never reclaim. Here's the truth. Even if she's blocked you, even if she's pretending not to care, someone is watching. Someone close to her is noticing. Word travels. Hey, he's really doing his thing lately. He's different. Focused. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to force it. Just live so fully, so purposefully, that your transformation echoes on its own. This isn't about showing off. It's about showing up for you. Remember, the man who rises from heartbreak doesn't need to flex on Instagram. He doesn't need validation from others. The real power comes from disappearing from the scene, quietly evolving, and then returning unrecognizable. He looks in the mirror and no longer sees a man defined by rejection, but one defined by his rebirth. He rises from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with his true purpose. She thought you'd stay stuck. She thought you'd spiral, crumble, and linger in her shadow. But the reality is, you've become the sun. And now she no longer even fits into your light. Let her watch as you shine. Comment below, I evolve beyond my past. Number 5. Indifference. By now you've risen from the ashes of pain, quietly, deliberately. You've reclaimed your identity, refocused your energy, and shed the weight of someone who no longer deserves your time. And now you are about to unlock one of the most misunderstood but most powerful forms of control: indifference. Most men get this concept wrong. They believe that the opposite of love is hate. So they lash out, talk negatively about her, try to make her jealous with petty posts, or express how over it they are. But here's the truth. Hate is just another form of attachment. It still means she has emotional space in your mind. It means she's renting space in your peace and taking up mental real estate that doesn't belong to her anymore. But indifference, that's a whole different ballgame. Indifference says, I don't need to react. I don't need you to acknowledge me. You no longer define any part of my world. It's not pretending you don't care. It's that you genuinely don't. You've arrived at a place where your peace means more than her presence. The need for petty posts to prove a point? Gone. Late night thoughts spiraling into confusion and pain? Gone. Emotional spikes triggered by memories of her? Gone. When you hear her name, there is no reaction. No anger, no longing, no bitterness, just peace. You've moved forward. The version of you who once needed her validation is long gone. The version of you who clung to hope, pain, or guilt is no more. You are free, and that freedom is the most powerful thing you could have. Now, if she sees you, if she notices you at all, there's nothing. No love, no hate, just indifference. And nothing is far more powerful than she could ever imagine. Because in that nothing, she realizes the truth. She no longer has the power to affect you emotionally. When she sees that you don't react, not with love and certainly not with hate, she realizes that the dynamics have shifted. She's no longer the prize. You are. The key to mastering this power is in embracing the truth that you owe nothing to the past. You are free, untethered from the emotional roller coaster, and you walk forward knowing that the only validation you need is your own. The man who has mastered indifference becomes the man who cannot be controlled, the man who doesn't need anyone to define his worth. Comment below, I owe nothing to the past. Closing thoughts. If this message lit something inside you, like subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another lesson from Stoic Horizon. Stay grounded, stay sharp, and never forget, your power was always yours. Thanks for joining Stoic Horizon today. Stay strong, stay grounded, and until next time, keep cultivating your inner strength. We'd love to hear your thoughts or suggestions for future topics, so drop a comment below. See you in the next video.